Welcome back to Tracktown Live. We are now joined by our next athlete coach pair. She is a senior hammer thrower from Southern Illinois. Please welcome up DeAnna Price and her coach, Kathleen Raske. And DeAnna, you are the defending champion in this event, and you just mentioned that that is your favorite hammer throw ring. What's it feel like coming into the championships this year, having already won the title?
I'm very excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. When I get out there, I get this feeling and rush because there's so many people around and they're all watching, and just knowing that, you know, this is my favorite ring, it's my favorite place, and it's always great weather here in Oregon, so I'm very much looking forward to it.
Have you ever been here in February?
Just nod, Paul. Just nod and agree, Paul.
Yes.
Just nod and agree.
I actually Convention and Visitors Bureau here, so it's always sunny here in Eugene.
It's very fortunate that every time I'm here, it's just nice, sunny, and cool. So it's great hammer throwing weather, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, and Kathleen, great tradition of throwing for the Salukis. Just give us a sense of what makes her so special and why she seems to own the ring in a very unique and special way.
She is unique in a lot of ways. Her bubbly personality for sure, but SIU certainly has a great tradition and history, in our throws, but also across the board. And this one comes along the line of many great throwers from SIU, and she is unique in many, many ways, as I said. But the fact
this is actually an intervention, just so you know. Yeah.
The fact that she's thrown over 230 feet 17 times this year is absolutely amazing.
And so that's worth a hand
worth
as
a
well.
Round of applause from our audience.
Thank you.
Right there, absolutely.
And that gives us the segue, and we've talked to this with some of the other athletes, and this is the challenge of being as good as you are in your event in a year in which there's more than just an NCAA championship at stake, and nationals and the trials, and a potential road to Rio. What is it about this week that you're trying to stay in the moment, realize what you're here to do is specific to the NCAAs, but also keep yourself on the right track for what you might want to do come the trials?
Being able to be in the ring, the first throw, my plan is always to qualify, make it into finals. That's always the key. I've seen too many big-time throwers go all out and not make the final because they cage the first one, then they get rattled. So my plan is get in there, first throw, toss it out, make the final, and then I can go after it. And the same thing for the trials. You toss it out, hit around 70 meters, and then you can go after it. You have 5 other throws to go crazy, go after it, and kind of make your dreams come true and be excited about it.
You were inspiring. I don't know about you, but I just feel like I can kind of do anything after that. I always like to ask the athletes, too, someday the career is going to be over. We hope it's many, many years from now and several Olympic gold medals later. What do you want to do when you get done with this sport?
Well, I have many different things that I want to do. First of all, while I'm doing this career, I want to inspire the younger generations because, you only have one life to do this. And, taking the advantage of it and really going after what you want and what you want to do is huge. But, I have a degree in accountancy and also a degree in management with a minor in business law. So that's kind of my plan after, this is all done. But, right now I'm going to live in the moment and be an athlete.
And as you plan for the future, I always like to ask athletes, as we mentioned earlier, when did you discover this skill for the hammer throw? Now, sprinting kind of makes sense, distance running to a certain part, but I'm trying to figure out at what point did you realize really good with that right there? When did you realize this is a gift that I have and this is what I want to do?
Well, it was really funny because I was going to go to college for softball. I was a four-sport athlete in high school. I owned the home run, for Missouri at I think 13 home runs one season, and I just picked up hammer about 3 months before college. And I was just kind of tossing it out, just kind of having a little fun. And then I met Coach John and Connie, the previous coaches here. And they were sitting there, they were like, you know what? You're going to throw the hammer. You're throwing it great. You're doing it great. And Gary Cooper, who was this guy, my old coach from Troy Buchanan, and he's like, try this out. And I'm throwing, and all I remember is I went to Lindenwood one day, and my Coach John came out because we had a little meet because he was watching. And he goes, I want you to throw. And, they took softball out of the Olympics, and I was sitting there, I was like, you know what? I played softball since I was 5 years old.
It's coming back in Tokyo. You could be the first softball hammer throw double Olympian.
I love hammer too much. I can't get rid of it anymore. I just love it.
Hey, there's always room for a double. We already know your nickname on the softball field. It would be the Hammer. The marketing writes itself right there. My goodness. So, well, thanks again for joining us. And my gosh, what a great personality. Wish you nothing but best of luck, not only this week, for the rest of the future. Give it up one more time for DeAnna Price and her coach Kathleen Raske. Stick around when we come back. Plenty more Tracktown Live when we return.